You can't beat a nice sunset, can you? Look at that. Fabulous, even if it's only 4:30 in the afternoon. Welcome to Colganology. Well, it's blinking lovely out here today. I was just looking at that holly tree just there. That's the one that was completely covered in berries a couple of months ago. I don't think there's one left on there. The birds have had a field day. I'll be quiet. Mind you, we have had a bunch of waxwings turn up. We had a flock of about 75 waxwings turn up in this area. Come across from Scandinavia because it's too cold over there, and they've eaten all of our bloody berries. So, yeah, that probably explains the complete lack of holly berries there. Oh, none on that one either. Another big holly just there. That one's got none either. Anyway, the sun's out, the sky is blue. It's bloody lovely out here today. Thoroughly enjoying myself. Look at that sun, amazing. So, yes, we're enjoying it, aren't we, Pug? If you can hear that, there's a couple of very, very vocal red kites down here. I think there are some nests in some tall trees just up ahead here. And I suspect that's where the noise is coming from. We'll go and have a look. This week actually marks the 30th anniversary of the first red kites being re-released back into this part of Buckinghamshire. They had been extinct for quite a long time in this country, or at least were very, very rare. But the breeding programme has been hugely successful to the extent that there's a saying around here that you can't look up without seeing a red kite. It's pretty much true. They are everywhere. Even to the extent that some people are now considering them a nuisance. There have been stories of them diving down and taking food off the barbecue table. There have been stories about them diving down towards puppies and small cats, but then thankfully being scared away. They're a very skittish bird. They're not like predatory raptors like buzzards. They're more interested in roadkill and things like that, which is why you drive around Buckinghamshire, there's no roadkill. You know, there's no hedgehogs, there's no rats, there's no nothing. You might see an occasional pheasant if it's freshly killed. You might see something larger like a deer or a badger. But in terms of the smaller stuff, nope, all taken care of by the kites. But even if they are a little bit of a nuisance sometimes, they're still beautiful birds. Beautiful, beautiful birds, and I never tire of watching them. The sun is amazing today. It's really big. I mean, I know it's winter and it's low in the sky, but it looks extraordinary. And the skies, look at the colour of that sky. It's amazing. But, well, these are the trees down here where I thought we'd see the red kites, but they've shut up now, typically. Oh, the dog is started instead. But hey, it's a popular dog walking spot. There's mine. Grr, bloody things. You're a bit nervous of me being here, aren't you, Mr. Squirrel? But you're lucky, I've got a pug. He hasn't got a bloody clue. Have you? Nope, not a clue. Well, the incredibly long scarf is out today. A, to keep me warm, and B, to wish Tom Baker a happy 90th birthday. It is, it must be said, a pretty long scarf. I'll just give you a sense of it here a minute. There you go. It's quite a beauty. Grr. You probably won't be able to see him. There's a little robin there singing his heart out. Beautiful thing. Right in the middle of the picture. Lovely town, isn't it? He is right above me now. When I was growing up, I would associate a site like that with dinner. Because living in Cornwall and out in the country a little bit, we ate a lot of pigeon. Pigeon's delicious. And I have to say, I've still got very fond memories of sort of warm pigeon breast salad. And a lot of the salad leaves were foraged as well when I was a kid. Quite delicious, really meaty. And of course there's no shortage of wood pigeons. And when you think about it, you know, we should be eating more game. because those animals have had a good life. They've been out in the wild, fresh air. They've been eating wild plants and wild insects and berries and you know, and all right, yeah, they do also ravage the farmers' crops a little bit, but which is why they sort of have to be controlled in rural areas. But you know, it's not like they've been grown in a shed and then slaughtered after 33 days like your average chicken that you get in your bloody fried chicken shop. So surely it's better to eat pigeon than it is to eat chicken. And isn't it better to eat rabbit than it is to eat chicken? I mean, rabbits are plentiful, they breed quickly, again, great lives out in the wild, really fresh, organic, and it tastes like chicken. Slightly gamier, admittedly, but again, when I was a kid, we used to shoot a lot of rabbit. My dad or my granddad used to go out shooting regularly, but what they shot wasn't for sport, it was for the larder. And when I was old enough to hold a gun, I went with them. So I've shot a few rabbits in my time. And rabbit is delicious in a casserole, you know, or in pasties, or just cooked in a curry even. Delicious, absolutely delicious. And it's free, and it's low in cholesterol, and it's low in fat. See, I don't understand in this country. I don't understand this country. I don't understand why it's now become the norm to eat an animal, you know, a chicken that's grown in a windowless shed, being fed, you know, high energy food to get it as fat as quickly as possible, and then slaughtered 1 month into its miserable existence. Why is that better than eating a rabbit that's maybe had a year running around in the countryside eating good things? Now I understand there will be people who say, well, don't eat meat, and you know, I respect people's views, and if you want to be a vegetarian then go ahead, but I like meat and I eat meat, so surely I should be eating it as ethically as possible. That's my attitude. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if indeed you do like and you want to see more of these things. If you don't, then best of luck finding something more interesting elsewhere. In the meantime, I'll say goodbye and toodle pip.